Nah, you too wild.
Live, you too wild.
We're live.
Shalom, Israel. Shalom to all the brothers. Shalom all to the black, Hispanics, and Native Indian. To all the brothers, I say shalom. Yahweh Hashem Yah Shabbat Katam. To all the sisters, I say shalom. Yahweh Shemar Al Tabba Hashem Yahweh Shai. I'm priest and officer 500 out of y'all with the I.S.U.P.K, Israel School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Started at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General YAHANNA. And us in the I.S.U.P.K, we teach the truth about the Bible. We teach that black, Hispanics, and Native Indian are the 12 lost tribe of Israel. We are the chosen people of God. We are the people that's supposed to rule this earth. But unfortunately, we are not ruling. We are under oppression. We are under every oppression from the devil, from the oppressor himself. You understand? And today we're going to talk about something that's not fair in Canada. We're going to show you something that's going on in Canada and something that happened in Canada, but it's not fair. Us in the I.S.U.P.K, we're here to talk about justice, and that's what we do. And somebody, so like Officer Shire One, bring me to the first story, the story of the Native woman, Baba Kwasha.
Come.
Officer Zabaja, bring me to Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15, Baba Kwasha.
Khan.
You understand? We're going to show you why we're in the situation we're in today. We're in the situation in Canada. We oppressed by the oppressor. You understand? We have the Native Indian, our brothers, the Gadites of the Bible that are being oppressed on their own land and can't find no justice. Why is that? But you know what? At the same time, let an Hamite come over here and be abused. Now the whole world is getting mad. Now Montreal is shaking up. Why? Because one Hamite got oppressed by the oppressor. You understand? While our native cannot find justice. While the people, the owners of the land can find justice on their own land. But let another nation comes over here. If they get oppressed, that's a problem. Understand? While we in the condition that we're in because we sin against the Most High law, because we refuse to follow the Most High laws. You understand? Bring me to that verse, Baba Kwasha, before we get to the story.
Khan. Deuteronomy 28:15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
This is a prophecy. This is a prophecy that says, because you are not going to listen, something is going to happen to you. God gave us rules. God gave us instruction. The Bible is a. You know what we rather do? We rather celebrate Valentine's Day. We rather celebrate Halloween.
Salakia, I think the other one is definitely freezing up. But until he comes back, like we definitely like celebrating everything that the Most High does not want us to celebrate, right? And our people are in such a distraught state that they're mourning, and we're going through the most, and we're just being killed at every turn. We're being harassed everywhere we go, and like they don't know what to do, right? But they don't know why they're going through it. They just know they're going through it. So as I was reading earlier, Deuteronomy 28, right? So if we will not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God to do and observe his commandments, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee, right? So basically, because blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans don't want to listen to the commandments that the Most High set out for them, that we go through the curses, right? So there's a bunch of curses that we go through. Shalaki, one moment. Right. So we're just going through a few technical difficulties, right? So there's a bunch of curses that we go through, right? So Officer Shayuan, did you have an article you were supposed to read?
Come. Con.
All right, let's go into that article for a second. Let's go a little into that article.
The title of this article is Families of Men Who Died in RCMP Custody Still Searching for Answers.
Right. So there's families, our Native American brothers, our blacks, Hispanics brothers and sisters, the mothers, the aunties, the children, they're still crying. They're still searching for answers. They're still mourning, right? Read, Baba Kasha.
Con. There's no repercussion, and not to mention that, but there's no repercussions for what's done and what they do.
Right. So there's no repercussions right now. Like our oppressors aren't gonna give us the justice that we deserve. They're not going to give us the justice that we deserve at all, right? So we're searching for answers still. Let's get some more of this article.
Con. In the last 3 years, there have been 3 deaths in custody of indigenous men in the northern town of Prince George, British Columbia. Lily Speed Namoaks and her mother Tracy Speed search for answers and seek justice for Lily's father, Dale Culver, a 35-year-old Wet'suwet'en and Giksan man who died during an RCMP arrest in July 2017.
Right. So hold that right there, Ak, for a second. Right? As I add, hold that right there for a second. I'm gonna pass the class back over to Officer 500, Adiyar.
To what a priest. And whenever I cut up, you know the white man is the damn devil. Whenever I cut up, you could take over the class. Baba question.
Khan, another one, Khan. So Salakia, sir.
Did
So
you go ahead?
we're just at a part of the article where it came up like the area of where the man was killed, and it's the
Con.
same area that was in the news like not more than a year, almost a year, a few months ago, which is the Wet'suwet'en, right? And that's the place where the Native Americans were protesting for their land back. And now we flash forward, the protest is not much in the media, just like all of our protests happen. That's why you're supposed to get in the I.S.U.P.K.
Same right.
You're finding out that there's been men dying in police custody. So that I just want to say that, sir.
Con. That's exactly right. You understand? That's exactly right. I mean, our people are dying. Why? Because we refuse to follow the laws. We refuse to do what we gotta do. You understand?
Right.
Meanwhile, us in I.S.U.P.K, we changing our life because we care for our people, because we see the solution that our people need. You understand? And we're willing to change our life to bring that solution forth to our people, man. So our people, our brothers won't be killed in the police car, won't be killed in police custody, man. You understand?
Right.
Keep on going with the article, Baba.
Come. A report from the Independent Investigation Office of BC, the police watchdog, says RCMP in Prince George were responding to a call of someone casing vehicles. Culver fled on a bicycle, a struggle ensued, and pepper spray was used while multiple officers were apprehending him. Culver was having difficulty breathing. Police called for medical assistance, but he died shortly after.
You understand? They
It
beat
has
that brother
not.
to death, man. That's what that's what they did, man. You understand? Unless he had a condition against I mean that will be activated because of the pepper spray. But we already know what happened to that brother, man. They beat that brother to death, man. You understand? That's what they do to black people. That's what they do to Spanish people. That's what they do to Native Indian people, man. Understand? Protecting and serving is not for you, black man. It's not for you, Native Indian. It's not for you, Hispanic. That's for their people. That's for the heathens. You know who's gonna protect you? The Most High. How is gonna protect you? By you coming in the I.S.U.P.K and changing your life, man. That's how the Most High is gonna protect you, man. By you changing your life.
Right.
And bring to Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 29, Baba Kwasha. And keep going with the article.
Come. It has not been confirmed that Dale Culver was the person reported. He was an indigenous man on a bike in the wrong place at the wrong time.
So it's not he's not even the guilty one. He's not even supposed to be arrested, man. That means he's innocent, right?
Damn right, sir.
Look at what happened to him. We're gonna see what happened to the Edens when they're innocent in this place. While our people get killed in police custody, the place where they're supposed to protect and serve, like they say, that's the place where he died. Why? Because the police is not for you, Black, Hispanics, and Native Indian. The police is not there to protect you. You understand? It's like I say, you want protection, all you got to do, you want our people to be protected, you would have been in these classes, you would have been in the I.S.U.P.K, you would have changed your life because you love your people and you want the best for them, man. And we're going to see that in the Bible, man. You understand? Don't expect, we're looking for vain help by looking for these heathens to protect us, man. By marching for injustice. We're looking for vain help. But you know where to get real help? By being in the I.S.U.P.K, by changing your life, by giving the Most High your life and your love, man. By loving your people instead of loving your oppressor, man. That's how you protect your nation. That's how you love your nation, man. You understand? And we are the real watchdog on this earth, man. You understand?
Right.
The white man, I mean, we are the real watchdog over Canada, man. The white man is not no watchdog. The white man, the same white man, the oppressor that's watching these police get money from this police and will do the same thing to you if it comes to the case, man. They will do the same thing, man. The real watchdog for Black, Hispanics, and Native Indian are the priest and prophet of the I.S.U.P.K, man, under Commanding General YAHANNA. We the ones that really care about Black, Hispanics, and Native Indian. We the ones that are willing to change things in our community and not be hypocritical about it, man. We're not gonna tell you this, we should not do this and do that while we destroying our people on the back inside, man. We're the only one that's really about this work, man. That's really about loving our people, man. You understand? And keep on going, Officer Sharon 1.
Come. That's exactly what happened to him, and completely surrounded by police officers who saw an indigenous man on a bike and thought that he was doing something wrong because of the color of his skin, said Tracy Speed.
Wait. For those people that say Native Indian don't have color, they like white people. Well, white man knows there's a difference between him and the Native Indian, right?
Right.
You understand? Those Native Indian, some Native Indian in Montreal, I mean, homeless Native Indian in Montreal, they look like me, man. The same color of skin. Some are even darker than me. You understand? These are all people, man. These are all brothers and sisters living in the streets, being homeless, being drunker in the street. You understand? Smoking crack, smoking rocks and everything. These brothers and sisters, man. But you know what? Let it either come. Let it either be oppressed. You're gonna see our own people, you understand, marching for the heathens. While those Native Indian and we living on their own land, they don't get no justice, man. You don't see it. Where's the you understand? Native Indian lives matter. Where's the march for the Native Indian, man? But you know who cares? Who cares about the Native Indian? Coming in General YAHANNA, man. He cares about those guys, brothers and sisters, man. You understand? Priest and prophet of the I.S.U.P.K. We stand for the Native Indian and we justice, just like Hispanics and the Hispanics, man. We are one people, and Knowing that we want people lies our strength, man. Knowing we suffer the same way, we under the same oppression, we realize that we are the same people, that we are one brothers and sisters, that we are the reflection of each other, man. The division is what separate us and make us weak. The day we unite together is the day that we will change our life, that our communities will change, man. You
Right.
understand? The day we love one another is the day things will change. But we refuse to love one another. We rather love the oppressor and those willing to oppress us with the oppressor, man. You understand? Keep on going.
A bystander captured the arrest on video. Last year, the IIO recommended charges against 5 officers in the death of Dale Culver. 2 charges over the use of force and 3 for obstruction of justice. When contacted by APTN Investigates, the media relations contacted the Crown
Salakia,
prosecutor.
obstruction of what? Salakia, officer. Salakia, officer. Obstruction of what?
Justice. Obstruction of justice.
Well, Officer Shawan, I thought the men didn't do nothing.
Right.
As far as we know, that man was trying to save his life, man. Knowing that those damn oppressors, those damn, you understand, crooked cops was out there to kill him, man. You understand?
So,
You can't even defend yourself. You can't. Go ahead.
it's like, so they pepper sprayed the man and then they jumped on him because, like, they could say a struggle ensued, right? So a struggle is them jumping on him, trying to cover him and smother him and handcuff him after they pepper sprayed him. Like, pepper spray, it gets in your eyes, in your nose, in your lungs. It makes you hard to breathe. It's hard to breathe. And they basically put a pillow over his face. Like that. That's like what they did. Like, they killed him and they straight murdered him, and they knew what they were doing.
God. And while the man is innocent, while that brother was innocent, he was on his bicycle, just not been cruising around on this land. Now imagine that somebody come in your house, you understand, tell you can't go in the back. Kill you in the backyard, brothers and sisters got to endure, man. You understand? We're living with a damn animal, man.
Right.
And the oppressor is qualified to be a human being. You understand? The oppressor will learn how to be a human being when the sin is doing happens to his people, man. The oppressor is not qualified as a human being, man. They have no morality, no humanity, man. You understand? And they will always hate you, man, no matter what they put in front of you. No matter how much money they say, well, you know what I mean, we're going to give you. No matter, you understand, how much I love you, they say. They still hate you, and they will always hate you, man. That's one thing that Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian don't want to get in there. They think that because of the smooth word of the oppressor actually loves them. That beast is not there to love you, man. And that beast will always hate you, man.
Salakia, sir. It's like our oppressor's spirit is so like deceitful and so vengeful for like and murderous. It's like when you go back and you think about Esau trading his birthright to Jacob, and then after Jacob gets the birthright, right? He wants to try to kill him after.
Right. You understand?
Right?
He want to murder his own brother.
Khan. That's why the Most High separated us, because he knew that the oppressors are just they just want to murder and kill. That's all they want to do. They have a bloodlust where they just want to murder and kill.
Gone. And let me add on to that. Esau, so like you say, Esau sold his birthright. So he should be mad at himself, but instead he was mad at his brother. Then he was mad at his brother. The jealousy, he couldn't even see his wrong, but automatically he was like, you know what? I want to kill my brother. While you the one that sold your birthright, man.
Right.
You the one that was dumb enough to sell your birthright. But you know what? That's the spirit of the oppressor. The oppressor cannot see the wrongdoing that he's doing, man. He will blame you for. He will blame you. Well, you shouldn't move. You have your foot on my neck, man. I'm trying to breathe, man. You understand? You should not move. I have my feet on your neck. I have my knees on your neck. You should not move. I'm trying to breathe. But the oppressor cannot understand that until it happens to him. And that's why Christ is coming back to teach the oppressor a lesson that things that you done to these people, they're gonna happen to you, man. And now you will learn how to be a human being. When Black, Hispanics, and Native Indian rule the world, the oppressor will learn how to behave, man. You understand? They will be in their place.
Right.
You understand? As all that Officer Child 1, Officer Zabaja, bring me back bring me to that verse, Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 29.
Khan. Deuteronomy 28, verse 29. And thou shalt grope at noondays, as the blind gropeth in darkness.
You understand? We everywhere trying to find a solution. We marching. We're in the church. We're in Islam. We're in Kemet. We everywhere. You understand? Native Indian are burning sage, trying to take away the evil spirit. Well, burn sage for the oppressor. How did that work? How does that work?
Right.
You burning sage every day, trying to take an evil spirit away, while you living with the oppressor. You understand? The devil is taking over your land. How does that work? The most evil beings on the face of the earth is killing you. Well, you think sage works? The only thing that's gonna work, you understand, is the Most High laws, man. Following the Most High's law, coming in this one body under coming in General YAHANNA, man, and learning what it is to love your brothers and love God, man. You understand? Burning sage is not gonna help. You understand? Having vision after smoking your pipe and having vision of your ancestors not gonna help, man.
Right.
You understand? We're giving you the solution, man.
Salakia.
You shall go ahead.
It's like they're burning sage to get at the oppressor, and burning sage to stop the coronavirus, not knowing that the Most High sent the coronavirus for them, right?
Exactly.
For them to get justice.
Exactly. But our people doesn't want just that's why the Bible said they will group at noonday. They look at every place now, I mean, trying to find a solution. Burning sage, doing this. I even seen like some voodoo people now, I mean, maybe trying to do voodoo when Trump was in office, trying to do voodoo against Trump. You understand? All that nonsense, man. We should group at noonday, man, trying to find a solution, trying to find a way out of this hell that we in, man. But what's gonna happen? Keep on going, Officer's budget.
And thou shalt not prosper in thy ways.
We're not prospering, man, as a people, as Black, Hispanics, and Native Indian. We're not prospering, man. You understand? I seen a report. Those East Indians are sending billions of dollars, now me, back to their country, man. While we living in poverty, man. And that happened in Canada. In Canada, East Indian are sending billions of dollars, man, back to India, man. You understand? Back to Buddha. Understand? Back to Shiva. While we in the ghettos, man, we being oppressed.
Salaki, I think he froze up again, right? But as he was saying, as Officer 500 RDR was saying, that we're in the ghettos being oppressed, right? We're the ones in the reserves and in the barrios being oppressed. We're the ones being killed. We're the ones being Salaki. Is he back? Wow. We're the ones being denied the proper medical services and the proper like our peoples are up in the reserves, not even drinking clean water half the time, right? Majority of the time, like they're not even allowed to control their own money. right? If you're not allowed to control your own money, you're definitely getting oppressed, right? And our oppressors, they have literally no conscience about what they do, right? Like they just want to destroy and devour our people at every second that they can get. I'm gonna
Right.
pass back over to
Right.
Officer 500.
Right. To what else is about it? And to add to what you were saying, I want to ask this: where are the skyscrapers in the Native Indian community in the reservation? Where
Right.
are the tall buildings? Understand? When you go over there, I went over there like kind of wacky, like a couple times, like back in the days. That reminds me of Haiti, man. You understand? It reminded me of Haiti. Certain places of in Haiti are like look better than that. You understand? While we in Canada, man, we're not prospering in Canada as a people, man. And because we refuse to do these laws, man. Just like Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15 say, if we don't follow these laws, these curses like yeah, bugging over here. It's like
Salakia, sir, you're on mute. Khan, sir. Salakia, sir, your mic's on mute.
so,
I think he froze up again. Shalom, trooper, Irad.
Shalom, yeah. Yabashim and Shabrak.
Let's just do a quick roll call while we're here. Big up whoever's in the chat. We got Dwayne Davis. Shalom, Most High in Christ. Shalom, Most High in Christ, Dwayne Davis. Right, Thuwada for watching the class. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Right, and so again, like we're the only ones that are going through the oppression as heavy as we do. Right, and like the only way out of this oppression is through the Most High, like because the nation that we're up against, they don't care about us at all, and they just want to kill us, and they prefer to have us in subjugation to them, and they just want to kill us at any time. And just like Officer Adiyar said, there's no skyscrapers in the native reserves, right? There's definitely no skyscrapers. Let's get a precept right quick, because I want to show you the nation that we're going up against. Slakia, hold up 1 second.
Slakia, are you thinking though they lift themselves up high?
No, not that one.
Okay.
Trooper, you're right. Can you bring me to Deuteronomy 28 and 48?
Deuteronomy 28 and 48.
Khan.
It
So
reads,
what if you Trooper Shayuan, if you want to bring out that though they lift themselves up high, you can bring that out when you're ready.
Con. Okay.
Deuteronomy 20:28, verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger.
Right? So where hold that, drop that. Nah, we'll keep going with it. 1 second. So the Lord's gonna send enemies for us to serve because we don't want to believe in his structure. We don't want to go with our constitution. Like everywhere has a constitution, we have one. It's the laws, the statutes, and the commandments, right? Those laws, statutes, and commandments, that's what we're supposed to abide our life by. And when we don't, when we worship idols and we do drugs and we want to murder our own people and we want to hurt our brothers and sisters, we have to go through punishments, right? And there's definitely punishments that we're going through. So we're serving an enemy that the Lord's sending against us. He could wipe this enemy out at any time. Right? He could definitely wipe this enemy out at any time. He could, like, he's showing us that too right now. Like, if you haven't seen that there's a higher power that stopped the whole world from spinning. Basically, like the globe is still spinning, but life as you know it has stopped. It's come to a cease. You're not in the bars no more. You're not you're not in the bars. You're not like you don't get to move freely no more. You don't get to go to the movies when you want. You don't get to do anything you want. To go to the store, you have to line up and make sure you have a mask on. Right? It's damn near something out of a sci-fi movie. Right? But we're not conspiracy theorists over here. We know it's the Most High. And you haven't seen a sci-fi movie until you've seen the Most High's raft. Right? When waters start coming up out of nowhere like he did for Noah. And just falls for days. And everything's getting wiped out. Right? Read.
In hunger and in thirst and in nakedness,
Read.
in want of all things.
Read.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until
Read.
he have destroyed thee.
Right? So until he has destroyed us, right? Our enemies, that's what our enemies are trying to do. They're trying to pepper spray you and smother you until they destroyed you. Right? And 1 second. Shalom, sir. I'm going to hand the class back over to Officer 500, Adiyar.
So what, a priest? Where we at? Where we at?
I was at Deuteronomy 48, just finishing that up. I had Trooper Yerad reading that.
Come to what, priest? All right, let's take a little bit more of the article of Session 1.
Con. Let me leave off. When contacted by APTN investigates, the media relations contact the Crown Prosecutor's Office, said they have the file, but there is nothing to report. We are in the process.
They're like there's no report. They did what they did. They killed the brother. That's it. You understand? That's it. That's what happens to Black, Hispanics, and Native Indian. Go ahead.
Come. We are in the process of conducting the charge assessment, said Dan McLaughlin, Communications Counsel for the BC Prosecution Service. We do not currently have a timeline for the completion of this process, but we anticipating issuing a media statement announcing the decision once the process is concluded.
Come. Drop that. Bring me where to. Start with that's not just below it.
Come. That's not sitting well with the family. There's no repercussion, and not to mention that, but there's no repercussions for what's done and what they do. So what's going to happen to the cops that killed Slakia? So what's going to happen to the cops that killed my dad? A frustrated Lily Speed Namok's ass. Advocate's
Like you
question
was right
is
there.
Slakia, what's that, sir?
The son is asking, what's going to happen to the cops that killed my dad? Imagine having your dad taken away from you by you understand by those oppressors, man. But those crooked cops, man. While your dad was innocent, you understand? Now you can enjoy, you understand, having a good family, you understand, a strong family, a role model, a father figure in your life, you understand? Your own dad. Because those oppressors decided that, well, you know what, your dad doesn't deserve to live. Just like also Abajo was bringing, we oppressed, you understand? We oppressing this earth, man. We oppressing Canada, man. You understand? Well, the image Canada is gonna bring to the world is that you in Canada, you understand, you free. It's all free love for everybody. While Canada hates those Native Indian, man. There's no justice for Indian. Understand? Bring me to Trooper, you're right. Bring me to Hosea chapter 5, verse 11. And also shall one bring me to Malachi chapter 3, verse 5. Double question.
Right.
Understand? There's no justice for the oppressed, for the Indian man. There's no justice for black, and we need to learn that. You want justice is something that you're gonna have to earn. You're gonna have to fight for, man. You're not gonna receive justice by marching in the street screaming Black Lives Matter, man. You understand? You want to find justice? You want to get justice? What about changing your life? What about loving your brother?
So,
What about making sure that your community doesn't have no drugs in it? You understand? What
so
about not pimping a woman? Go ahead.
it's like our people believe that they'll never get justice. So when we actually go to them and show them the way to get justice, they don't want to believe it. It's like they just because they have to now change their whole lifestyle and their whole view on life, and like they have to kill that spirit that they have. It's like they're like, nah, I just rather not get the justice.
Come. You understand? They don't want no justice. They don't. Most of our people don't want no truth. You understand?
Right.
I mean, I've been blocked on Facebook, brothers. You know why I'm blocked on Facebook? For saying that the Jewish man is not a real Jew. You understand? They blocked me from Facebook because of that. You understand? All I say is the Jewish man is not a real Jew, and Hitler knew it. Instead of for our people, you understand, go and get the history, go and get the knowledge. They reported the comment, man. Just like us as about to say, you understand? Just changing your mentality that you have in this place, you understand, and telling all people this is the solution. It's like it doesn't compute in their brain. They're like, you know what?
Right.
Well, you know what? I've been celebrating Valentine's Day for so long. I don't see how not celebrating Valentine's Day is gonna help me. You understand? I've been celebrating Christmas for so long. I've been smoking weed for I've been, you understand, pepping holes for so long. So like I don't see how's that gonna help my life. You understand? It's brainwash, man. You understand? It's a brainwash that those oppressors did on us. That you understand is the disease that Christianity brought into our brain, man. You understand? Well, we are there to cure that disease. We are there to show you that there's a way out of this hell, and that's coming and change your life under command of General YAHANNA, man. Understand? Bring me to those Bible passages.
God, sir, this is the book of Hosea, chapter 5 and verse 11. Ephraim
Come.
is oppressed and broken in judgment. Because
Now, Salakia, when it says Ephraim in this verse, who is it talking about? Is it talking about the tribe of Ephraim, or is it talking about something else?
no, sir. It's talking about Ephraim and particularly Israel, because Ephraim is like the head of the northern kingdom, sir.
Come. That's talking about the northern kingdom. You understand? The northern kingdom that's included the native Indian. Understand? Native Indian, Panamanian, Guatemalan, Colombian. You understand? So, all the South American and the native and those native Indian or the Ephraim. You understand? Were the northern kingdom of Israel. You understand? That was ruled by Ephraim. Just like it says Judah with the southern kingdom and everything. Understand? Go ahead.
Come on. Because he willingly walked after the commandment. Verse
Now, what
12.
does that mean? Walk after the commandment. What does that mean? Walk after the commandment.
Salaki, sir.
Go ahead.
Basically, they went after idols and stuff, right? So they walked after the commandments of like the other nations, more or less, not as the Most High.
All right, let's keep going. Let's keep going. It's gonna expand it.
Verse 12. Therefore will I be unto Ephraim as a moth, and to the house of Judah as rottenness.
Salaki, you was cutting up. Salaki.
So verse 12. Therefore will I be unto Ephraim as a moth, and to the house of Judah as rottenness.
You understand? That's saying that God's gonna leave us alone, man, for a while. You understand why? Because we refuse to follow the Most High. Instead, we went to follow the Eden. Still today, we still doing the same thing today, and this is why we're getting killed. This is why we're being oppressed. This is why we don't have no justice in Canada, in United States, wherever we are. Why? Because we refuse to follow what it says. Instead, we walk after the laws and the culture and custom of these other nations, man. Instead, we want to follow Christmas, Valentine's Day that's coming next. You're going to see our people, even in the church, celebrating Valentine's Day, which is against God's law. You understand? This is why we're being oppressed, man. This is why that brother could be killed without no justice, because we refuse to get justice by changing. You understand? Keep on going.
Verse 13. When Ephraim saw his sickness and Judah saw his wound, then when Ephraim to the Assyrian and sent to King Jareb, yet
now what this talk. Go ahead, Salaka. Finish that.
Yet could he not heal you, nor cure you for your wound.
Now, this is talking about us going to get Van help. That's another precept, you know what I mean? But with Van help. We went after we go after these other nations. We scream Black Lives Matter. We scream, you understand? We have a bunch of political parties. Let's vote, you know what I mean? We're gonna vote Democrats, we're gonna vote Republican, you understand? Let's vote Biden. This is what we're doing. We've been this back in the days, going after the Edens who cure us, who help us, who, I mean, change our state. But there's one place that we refuse to go, and that's go into the Most High. We refuse to go to the Most High for help. We refuse to change our life, so we could receive that justice that we need, that we need while we are being oppressed by these heathen. We go after those same Edens that's oppressing us for help. How stupid is that? But this is our people, man, in the world. This is what happens when you live in the world and you let the world engulfs your life. You become stupid. You become ignorant of how to live your life. Thank God for the I.S.U.P.K, man. Thank God for coming in General YAHANNA, man. So we could show a difference in this life. So we could show a difference that, you know what, brother, you don't have to take that route. There's another way. And that way is by you changing your life, by you really loving your brothers and sisters, man. This is the way. Understand? Go ahead. Keep on going, Trooper, your rod.
So, verse 14. For I will be unto Ephraim as a lion, and as a young lion to the house of Judah. I, even I, will tear
Go ahead.
and go away. I will take away, and none shall rescue him.
I mean, this is what happens to us in captivity, man. The same thing we read in Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15 to 68. This is what it's talking about as well. We go after, I mean, we go into oppression after oppression of the oppression. We go into slavery after slavery after slavery. You understand? And we still didn't learn our mistake. We still, you understand, do what we're not supposed to do. It's time for us to realize that we are the chosen people of God and to come back to the Most High, man. Keep on going, Trooper. You're right.
So verse 15. I will go and return my place till they acknowledge their offense and seek
Till they
my face.
what? Till they what?
Till they acknowledge their offense.
Understand? Till they realize that you're not supposed to celebrate Christmas. You're not supposed to celebrate Halloween. Till you realize now the wrong that you're doing in this earth, the wrong that you were doing to another brother by selling him drug, the wrong that you're doing to your our sisters by selling them out, by running train on them. When you realize this, when you realize that those men in the I.S.U.P.K have been telling you the truth, I've been showing you the solution. When you realize this, what's going to happen to your rod?
So, till they acknowledge their offense and seek my face, in their affliction they will seek me early.
They will seek me early, and that's the I.S.U.P.K, man. We seek the Most High early, man. You understand? And this is what we're teaching to our people. Seek the Most High early, man. You understand? Before worse comes in your life. Understand? And the same verse, the same precept for that is Baruch chapter 2, verse 30. The same precept. I'm gonna read it. For I knew they will not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people. But in the land of their captivity, they shall remember themselves. This is the same thing that's happening. You understand? This is all people, man. The Bible is about you, Black, Hispanics, and Native Indian. You understand? You want justice. Our Native Indian are demanding for justice in the wrong place. You want justice? Come and change your life in the I.S.U.P.K, man. Come unite with your brothers and sisters, man. Come in this brotherhood, man. And let's change the world. Let's change our communities. Let's change the life together, man. Let's seek the Most High early, man. This is what it is. That was it for the verse, right? Officers about just got come no sweat. Officer Shire One, bring me to that. Give me what you got.
Come on. This is Malachi chapter 3 and verse 5. And I will come near to you to judgment. And I will be a swift witness against the sorcerers.
Against what?
Against the sorcerers.
Nah, Officer Shire One, we burning sage over here. We got to take away the evil spirits, man.
Against the sorcerers.
We selling crack in the corner. We got to make that dope.
Against the sorcerers.
Go ahead.
And against the adulterers.
You understand? We selling out. We having sex with another brother's wife.
Against the adulterers.
Go ahead.
And against false swearers.
You understand? You claim you love God. You claim you love God in the Christian church. You swear you love God. You jump up and down in the Christian church. You understand? From the sound of the tambourines. You understand? And the guitar and the piano and everything and the organ. You understand? You swear of the Most High, but deeds. What do? You're not proving yourself by your deed. You're not proving yourself by your action. You understand? Go ahead.
And against those that oppress the hireling in his wages.
You understand?
The,
You should not oppress those people, man. Oppress Black, Hispanics, and Native Indian. These are poor people. These are special people, man. After all the trauma that they have been going through, and you understand, and specifically like those preachers. Preachers are oppressing our people, man, by telling their lies. You understand? By asking, well, you understand that how you call it? By asking for money. You understand? Solomon offering. You understand? Go look up Solomon. Christian preachers are asking for Solomon offering nowadays, man. You understand? Oppressing all people, man. You're not gonna find clean water in the reservation, but you're gonna find a Christian church though. You understand? You need to find I.S.U.P.K classes, school in every territory or in the understand of Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian. In every community that we have, that's what we should find. We should take away those Christian, you understand, close the Christian church and bring an I.S.U.P.K school instead. And you'll see the difference that those communities gonna have, man. You understand? Keep on going.
the widow
Go
and the
ahead.
fatherless.
You understand? Those Native Indian are fatherless. They're not leader. You understand? They don't have a leader. The Christian leaders are failed. The politicians are failed them, man. The real leader for those Native Indian is Commanding General YAHANNA, man, under Christ. Understand? Go ahead.
And that turn aside the stranger from his right.
What does that mean?
Salakia, sir. It's to turn a blind eye on your brother.
Read that part again.
And that turn aside the stranger from his right.
Now, who's the stranger?
Oh, Salakia, heathen nation.
Anybody want to guess?
Salakia, sir.
Go ahead.
The stranger would be
Go
our
ahead.
brother who's estranged from us.
Exactly. You understand? Like those guys, like that brother. Now I mean, that brother that was so. I mean, that was killed by those police. That's the stranger. You understand? We don't know him personally, but we still know that's our brother. You understand? Now, what does that mean? That read that part again, Bible question, Salakia.
And that turn aside the stranger from his right.
Now, what to turn aside the stranger from his right? What does that mean to turn aside the right of that brother of that Native Indian that just died? What does that mean? That happen every day. We see that every day, like on Facebook. We see that, and I mean, every week on Cross the Line.
Salakia,
What does
sir.
that mean? Go ahead.
Is it to not look at our brother as our brother?
Exactly. But give it Officer Shaw one hand. You understand? That's exactly what it means. Well, you know what? Those Native Indian Shaw one, they're now Israelite. It's only black people. You understand? You even have Israelite now, I mean, doing that. Well, this is a verse for them. You understand? Well, those Latinos, I mean, those Latinos are not brother. They're light skinned. You understand? Like that, like those people that call on cross the line and say, well, you know what, Captain Carter is not Israelite. He's not dark enough to be Israelite. You understand? While he's one of our brother, but they will pick, they will pick that then Eden Bob Marley because he has black skin. Well, God has something to say for those people as well.
So
Understand? Those Gadite brothers are those Gadites are our brothers and sisters, man, and we should fight for them as much as we fight for one another. You understand? They are part of our blood. They are part of our family. You understand? They are part of our nation. They deserve the same right that we have, which is to change your life back into to the Most High, man. Understand? Bon. Any question or comment according about the subject that we're speaking of? And be feel free, sir. Dwayne
Salak,
Davis, Shalom, brother Yahweh. Go ahead.
I don't have a question, but I was gonna say like our people are so caught up on the colorism that we are taught that we just want like we want to adopt people based off skin tone. So we will cheer for a Hamite president. We'll cheer for a East Indian lady to be over our people in the Americas when they had nothing to do with us and they did nothing for us. While our brothers that we're supposed to link up with and gather together with, right? We're acting like they're not our people. And if we were to
And
gather together with Khan, sir.
go ahead, select.
No, I was just gonna say, like, if we were to gather together under our people with our people under the Most High's laws, right? In the ISUPK, we'd have already been around the world already.
Come,
Right?
you understand? But we
Or
rather
we'd be
love the
better off.
oppressor, man. We rather go to the Eden for help instead of
Right.
to look loving one another. Understand? And also one thing that we could look at is the oppression. That we're going through in America, in Canada. We all Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian. We're going through the same thing, man.
Right.
It doesn't take much to realize that we are the same people. We go into the same thing, oppressed by the same people on the same land. Understand? But
Right. It's
however, our people want to be anything but who they are. They rather deal with Kemet, trying to be Egyptian. You understand? All that nonsense. While we suffering the same way as our Gadite brother, as our Latino, as our Latinos brothers, man, Hispanic brothers. You understand? We all suffer the same way, man. We went through the same thing and going through the same thing, man. Hated by the same people, man. You don't see those Eden come over here and discuss, march for the Native Indian. You don't see African, saying, well, Native Indian need justice. You don't see the Chinese say the same. They say Native Indian are Chinese that come from the Bering Strait and everything, whatnot. You don't see Chinese talking for the Native Indian.
right.
They're over here making money and sending that money back to China, man. They don't say nothing for the Native Indian. So how could they be the same people? You understand? That doesn't make sense. But until we realize we are saying, nothing's gonna change, man. Until we really want to change our lives, nothing's gonna change. We'll still be oppressed in this condition, man. You understand? And matter of fact, that what you said actually the lesson of this class, man. You understand? Now we see a Gadite brother that was killed, and his family can't get no justice, man. Now let's see what happened to an Hamite. You understand? Play that video, Officer Badger. Let's see what happened to an Hamite recently. Something that happened like recently, last month, by the end of January. You understand? We're gonna see something. And
he was
Officer Shalom, get Proverbs 29 verse 2 ready for me, Baba question.
Right.
Night after
You
spending
can hear the
almost
audio,
a
put a
week
1 in the
behind
chat. If you
bars
can hear the audio, put a 1 in the
for
chat.
something he didn't do. In fact, he was the one who called 911. CTV's Quebec Bureau Chief Geneviève Beauchemin on the apology.
Tonight, Montreal's police chief spoke words many had demanded.
Mes excuses. Je tiens à le faire publiquement.
Sylvain offered a public apology to Mamadi Camara, but will also meet with him privately, saying he wants Montrealers to know the doctoral student did nothing wrong. This exonerating a falsely accused man 6 days in jail on charges related to the attempted murder of a police officer.
The last days have been really traumatizing. So, you know, he's still going through all of that. And so it's a relief, but there are still many questions that needs to be answered.
Let's do this better by holding the police accountable.
Protesters had gathered just before the news broke. And they now say the police force has to do much more, that it has to find ways to root out systemic racism in its ranks.
This is not enough.
Earlier today, Prime Minister Justin Trudeau
Now you could clip it.
It's extremely
You could clip it to what?
Concert. Good night. Good night.
Now this is something that happened in Montreal. This is something that happened in Montreal. The Hamite was being arrested. I think he used a cell phone while driving. While he was being arrested, then the cop went back to his car. I think he went to go write him a ticket or whatnot. Now there's another car that came up. The dude came out of the car, then hit the policeman in the head, took his gun away from him, and trying to kill the cop. Now the guy fled. The Hamite stood there. He called 911, say somebody's killing one of you guys. You understand? And he went home. Then after that, the police was like, you know what? The Hamite trying to kill me because he gave him his back and he just got hit, fell on the ground. You understand? So now they arrested the Hamite. so that's something out of movie. So like, go ahead.
Khan said, listen, Ham is a servant of servants, man. He seen that Edomite on the ground and he said, oh, you put my people in slavery. He did not say you put my people in slavery. He's a servant of servants, and Esau's a profane beast. He turned around and said, the Hamite hit me, man. That's crazy. That's to show you the Africans aren't our people.
And exactly, the Hamite then they say, well, you know what? You oppress black people so much, I'm gonna leave you on the ground. He called 911 he called 911 just like you said. He's a servant of servant. He called 911. Well, you know what? One of you is getting killed over here. And he went home. Then when they arrest his ass, so like they went to arrest him at his home. You understand? He spent 6 days in jail. Then some video came out. Well, he wasn't the one that actually hit the cop. It was somebody else. It was somebody else that came out in another car and hit the cop, took his gun away, and they freed the Hamite. Then after that, the police chief gave an explanation and said sorry to the Hamite. Well, you didn't do it and everything. Now we seeing something else. Native Indian don't get justice. Now that Hamite, you understand, receive it is sorry, you understand, by the chief of the police, and they're probably gonna give him money and everything. But how many of our brothers are in jail injustly, man? How many of our brothers now, are in jail right now and they didn't committed the crime? All of a sudden for a Hamite, well, there's a video now, that just came in. You understand? Six days. While our brothers and sisters are waiting for a year to get even an apology from the oppressor. You understand? Not going to happen. And black people cannot see that, you understand? This doesn't happen to us. That happened to a Hamite. Because why? Because they are not God's people. You understand? You will go to trial and trial after trial after trial, trying to prove, well, you know what? I didn't commit it. I didn't do it. They will hide the video. Well, you know what? We don't care. We got somebody gonna pay for the crime, and that's you. They don't deal with their Hamite the same way, man.
Salakia, sir.
Go ahead.
In that video, the lady talking, now I'm not gonna say she's a sister, but she sounded like a sister, and that was a sad thing to see. Like if she was a sister, that she's out there doing all that when she should be in this school helping raising up other sisters, helping out like other sisters that really need help in Canada, because there's so many sisters, blacks, Hispanics, and Native American, that need help, and she's out there giving her energy to a Hamite, like doing work for Hamites.
And that same sister, what you say is so powerful, because that same sister, Native Indian woman died. Let a Native Indian woman get raped. She won't say a damn word.
Right.
You understand? And that brings us back to what we were saying earlier. You understand? When those are the nations that get punished or whatever, we want to give their love to them. We want to assimilate with these other Eden. But when our people going through hell, we don't give it them. We don't look at it like, well, this is my people. This is one of me. I should be there for them. Well, let these Eden, let these them stinking African let something happen to one of these stinking African. What happened to them? Well, they are black just like me. Well, you know what? These are black people. We have the same color. You understand? Every black man in Montreal right now is focused on that story. Well, it's because he's black. He has black skin. They said the same thing for the Native Indian. Where's the uproar for the Native Indian though? Where's the uproar for that brother that was killed and his family can get no justice, man? You understand? And they want to act like, well, you know what? We are the same people. Well, they're being oppressed in Canada too. That only happened because he didn't know he was an Hamite, man. You understand? That police officer only did it because he didn't know he was an Hamite. You understand? He had a little shade of light skinned black dog, but not too dark like those Hamite. A little light skin, so he thought he was one of us. You understand? And bring me to that verse where it says, "When the wicked rule,
sir,
the people mourn." Double question. You understand? That only happened to the Hamite because, you understand, they thought he was one of us. Now, if the cop knew he was an Hamite, you would have said, well, you know what? You're not guilty, man. You're a servant of servant, man. You're not gonna do anything wrong to me, man. You understand? But he thought he was one of us. Well, you know what? There's a problem over here. And after 6 days, man, now there's a video where, you know what, he's not guilty. We seen another car. After 6 days, how many brothers that are in jail right now? And there's a video that's proving that they're not guilty, and that video is never gonna be released, man. How many of our brothers going through this right now?
Sir. So what is Salakia, sir, if I could?
Go ahead.
If I may, like what you just said was so powerful, because it's like there are so many brothers who did years upon years, decades of time, and they come out and now they get a settlement of a couple million, a few million here. Yeah, that money might buy you some happiness, but it doesn't do nothing for the mental stress and the PTSD you develop of someone trying to stab a knife in your back every day, because you're basically in an animal house where they breed you to be animals in those walls. And Salakia, one more, sir, if I may. Like, American sisters voted in a heathen, right? Chameleon Harris. I call her a chameleon because she switches up her nationality every second, who kept brothers in jail while she was a DA in California, knowing there was evidence to free them. And she knew that these men were free. These men were innocent.
Right. All right. And meanwhile, Officer Badger, that Hamite got out of jail after 6 days, man.
Right.
Now tell me, if it was a brother, would that happen to him? People cannot understand this in Montreal. They don't realize what after 6 days. Well, I have my cousin that's in jail and he's not guilty. You understand? After 6 days, they could find a video of him, well, not being guilty. While our people been in jail, just like you say, Officer Badger, for years, for ages, and the video circulating around that they're not guilty. That's proving that they're not guilty, but they're never gonna release it to the world. Why? Because you are the one that being oppressed in America, in Canada, man. Man. One of us go do. Now I mean, go get arrested. Now I mean, go get and somebody hit the cop. You understand? Let us see if there's gonna be a video that's proving well he's not guilty. That's it. That's a Levite brother. He's not guilty. That's a Benjamin brother. He's not guilty. They will hide that. But they know that Africa will do something. They don't need to start bombing the metro, man. You understand? To start giving hate in Canada, man. They don't want that in Canada. You know what? They're gonna say sorry to another Eden because they're not after them, man. And that reminds me of Psalms 83, where it says all of these nations are confederate against thee. You understand? Those white people don't want to oppress African like they oppress us, man. They're not doing that in Canada. They're not doing that in America, man. A mistake might be made. You understand? It's not about mistake. Us, they really want to destroy us. They really want to oppress us, man. You understand? Where's the police chief saying sorry for all the blacks Hispanic that was killed by the end of the police?
Right.
6 days in jail. He's free to go. There's a video that comes out that well, he's not guilty, man. Understand? Bring me to that verse, to that verse, Baba Kwasha, also Zabadi.
Khan, so I'm holding Proverbs 29:2 for you.
Go ahead.
Proverbs 29:2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked,
and this is when the earth is gonna rejoice. Select. This is where earth is gonna be at peace. When black Hispanics are ruling this earth, the earth is gonna be at peace. Now you're not gonna see somebody got oppressed. You understand? The police mistook something. I mean, there's no evidence now because we have laws how to judge. You understand? We have laws how to deal with people, how to deal with the other nations. You understand? These type of things not gonna happen, man. The fact that our brothers, now I mean, are still searching for justice, while then might could get arrested after 6 days. There's a video that shows not guilty. While those Native Indian, I mean, in search, in need of justice and can't get those things, not gonna happen, man. And even for that Hamites to be in this situation that he is because the righteous are not ruling the earth, man.
Right.
Understand? Once we rule the earth is gonna be at peace, man. You understand? We not have these things going on once we rule the earth, man. Keep on going.
Khan, out of one Khan. But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn.
This is why you have that Amite being arrested. I mean, they thought he was guilty because the wicked was. Understand? This is why the earth is in the state that it is in right now because the wicked are ruling, man. Understand? This is why you have so much oppression on the earth because the wicked is ruling, man. But once black, Hispanics, and Native Indian rule the earth, yeah, peace, the paradise, man. The earth is gonna be heaven on earth because the righteous are ruling. But you don't expect now. I mean, things to be better in the life, especially in these last days. It's gonna get worse. A little bit from the oppressor, so they could see the struggle we have been in, man. Even when that damn Amite got arrested, he didn't say, well, you know what? My people have been oppressed for so many years. You understand? He didn't say that. You're not gonna hear him. Well, you know what? Black people have been oppressed like me. They're just gonna say, well, it's racism because of the color. He's not gonna say, well, you know what? I'm sorry, just like black, not like my brothers that's over here. Nah, he's not gonna say that because they know that they're not the same. We are not the same as the damn Amite, man. You understand? And so instead of speaking for those Hamites, we should be speaking for those Native Indian that can receive justice, man. We should be speaking for those Native Indian that can't even have clean water in their reservation, man.
Right.
Understand? Those are the brothers that we should be speaking for, man. Let the Hamites speak for themselves. They're not speaking for us in this captivity. Where's the Hamite that say, well, you know what? It's enough. Enough is enough. You understand? 400 years of captivity in America. I don't want to see that. That happen to my people. Where's the Hamites that say that, man? The only time they say, well, you are African is because they want to fool you, man. That's the only time they say, well, you are African. Why? Because they don't want you to realize that you are not like them. And that's the only time, man. They're not in the ghettos with us now. If they're in the ghettos with us, it's to sell us weed, to sell us drugs, to sell us gun, to make money off of us, to destroy us even more. Then we go to jail. You understand? They don't. They get free after 6 days. Well, you know what? Even though he sold you the drug, even though he sold you the gun, well, you're the one that committed the crime. You understand? While they are free, man, you to realize you are not the same as those other Eden nations. Not because they have black skin, man. Understand? Like, yeah. If you have any question or comment, feel free to go ahead and say it. That was it on the verse, right?
Con, sir.
All right. Bring me to Proverbs chapter 11, verse 10. Trooper Yerad, I don't know if you can.
Answer.
Bring me to Proverbs 28, verse 15. Double question. You understand? This is what happens to them. When I seen this, man, everybody talking about, well, you know what, if he wasn't black. When I seen that he was free after 6 days, I was like, God damn. Understand? Well, our brothers are in jail for years, man. And a lot of them are not guilty, man. Understand? Who's gonna talk for these brothers, man? This is why we need the prison program in Canada, man. This is why we need a prison program in every city in Canada, man. Because while that Hamites getting, after 6 days he was able to walk free from jail, we still have brothers in jail that are not guilty, man. Somebody need to speak for them. Somebody need to visit them, man. Somebody needs to let them know, well, you know what, brother, you are not alone in this, man. You understand? And I pray the Most High where we have a show in Canada, so all our brothers and sisters living in jail could call in and speak about their oppression, man. Speak about what they enjoy in Canada, man, from the hands of these damn devils, man. I pray to God when one day we're gonna have a show like this, you know what I mean? A radio show where our brothers and sisters, you understand, across Canada could call in and say, you know what, this happened to me. Because so many of our people have been done injustice. You understand? I've been treated with so much, you understand, depravity. And they don't have a voice to speak. When the Eden come over here, they have a voice. You understand? Our brothers and sisters now, don't have a voice. Well, we need to be for these brothers and sisters, man. You understand? Go ahead with the precept once you go ahead, Select. Go ahead.
Con, sir.
Select. Let off go ahead.
You wanted Proverbs 11 and
10.
Proverbs 11 and 10?
Con,
sir. And I just wanted to add on to what you're saying. Like when the other nations come over here, they get grants, they get business loans, they get so many things that aren't available to our Gadite brothers specifically. And I want to talk about our Gadite brothers and sisters specifically for a second, because like they're living in bad conditions. Like our ghettos are bad, but they don't really compare to the reservation. Right? And our Gadite brothers and sisters, they don't get scholarships to go to schools because they don't have schools. They don't have elementary schools that are good schools. So the children over there aren't growing up thinking, I want to go to more school when their first school is not good. Right? While these Salakia, sir.
Go ahead. You could finish it.
Now, I was just going to say also that there are so many people who own homes on Gadite land while Gadites are living in the reserves, and when they rent their homes out, they want specifically their people who are going to school. And it's like that's crazy because you're living on
Right.
stolen land and the people are living in the dumpster.
Come. And just what you said is really right. It is correct. And just to add to it, even when they go to school, Officer Zabaja, they get bullied in school, so they don't even want to go back no more.
Right.
Some of them kill themselves because they've been bullied in school, man. I seen stories of you understand, of brothers and sisters, God's brothers and sisters, man. That's like 15 years old, killing themselves because they get bullied in school, man.
Right.
Because walking, you understand, when you go up north in Canada, man, they walk in the street and they throw rocks at them, man. Understand? I seen stories like that. While those damn Hamites, now I mean, they get respect from the oppressor, man. And this is one thing that we should understand as Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian. We're not supposed to seek the love of these Edens. We want to be respected. You understand? We should stop seeking the love of the oppressor. Well, I want them to love me. The oppressor is not gonna love you, man. They want to destroy you. Trying to get their respect over here. Their respect, man.
Salakia, sir. Can I add a precept?
Come. On sign Christ. You understand?
Salakia,
Over here, they respect us. They know we don't play around in the I.S.U.P.K. They know we're not gonna do drugs. They know we're not gonna go and go with prostitute, man. They know we're not gonna do certain things, so they respect us, man. They know we are men of the Most High, men of the Lord, man, righteous man. And this is what the oppressor fears. The oppressor fears somebody that stand up. You understand? And we're gonna keep. You know what I mean? We're gonna die. You understand? While standing up instead of on our knees, man. Understand? We're not supposed to seek the love of those oppressors, of those damn devil, man. But seek their you understand? Seek their respect. They're supposed to respect you. Since they're never gonna love you, why not respect us? You're gonna respect Black, Hispanics, and Native Indian white men. You understand? The day is coming for that. The day is coming where where not even the dog should move its mouth against one of our people, man. You understand? You could go ahead with the precept once you have it. Dinjo Robinson said, family and friends have been very supportive. Could I send you your message? Saying Christ.
Right. Concert. I have Ezra's 9 and 12. Now therefore give not your daughters unto their sons, right? Neither take their daughters unto your sons, nor seek their peace or their wealth forever, that ye may be strong.
Nor seek
their peace or their wealth.
Don't seek their love, man. Don't seek the love of the oppressor, man. Don't try to see, well, I want peace. We want peace, man. There's not gonna be peace, man.
Right.
You understand? It's not gonna be peace. And even Christ said it, man. Christ said, I didn't come to bring peace, but the sword.
Right.
So don't even seek peace with the damn devil, man. You understand? Go ahead.
Nor seek their peace or their wealth forever, that ye may be strong and eat the good of the land and leave it for an inheritance to your children forever.
Understand? This is how you get the oppressor's respect, man. You understand? You get your oppressor's respect by separating from his ways, man. By loving one another, man. By loving every Hispanic and Native Indian man across the earth, man. You understand? This is how you get the respect of the oppressor, man. Understand? Don't seek peace, man. Don't try to march now. I mean, this is why marching fails us, man. We marching with the same people that's oppressing us, man. And we expect change. Well, you know what? He's not one of the bad ones. You understand? He's not one of the bad one officers. You understand? He lives in the hood with me, man. Why he's living on the land of Native Indian, man. You understand? Why he's benefiting of the blood and the crime of his forefather, the blood that his father has spilled, man. He's benefiting from that, man. But you think, well, it's not. He never called me nigger. You understand? Don't seek their peace, man. Seek their respect, man. Make them respect you, man. You understand? And how they respect by you being a righteous man, a righteous sister in the I.S.U.P.K, man. You
Right.
understand? That's how they respect you, man. The oppressor respect the I.S.U.P.K, man. You understand? Go ahead with that precept.
Khan, sir. Proverbs 11 and 10. When it goeth well with the righteous, the city rejoice. And when the wicked perish, there is shouting. So, Salakia, sir, can you hear me? Right. So while we wait for Officer 500 RDR to get back, read that one more time. When it goeth well with the righteous, the city rejoice. Right. So that's basically what we're saying. Like the people over us, they're not righteous. Everyone's mourning. That's why you have protesting. That's why the Gadites are ripping up land, saying they want their land back. Right. That's why they have a land back lane 1492. That's why you have a wet and strong. That's why you have signs of missing sisters. That's why you have blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans protesting with the same people that are killing them, right? Because the
So,
wicked
like, can you hear
are
me?
they're mourning. Con, sir. I'm gonna hand this class back over to Officer 500 RDR.
So, like, can you hear me?
Con, sir.
So, like, the oppressor is the damn devil. He doesn't want the class to roll. So, like,
Right, sir.
when the wicked, when it goes well with the righteous, the city rejoices, man. I mean, that's the same precept. Proverbs 29. You understand? Once we're gonna be well, everything's gonna be well, man. The animals gonna be well, everything's gonna be well. You understand? Drop that. Bring me to Proverbs 28, verse 15.
Quran, Proverbs 28:15. As a roaring lion and a
Yeah.
raging bear, so is the wicked ruler over the poor people.
Understand? This is what happens, man. Just like a lion, just like a devil happens to our people, man. You understand? You have somebody that's wicked that's over there. You understand? All you could expect is more oppression, man. More oppression after oppression after oppression. You understand? We have the solution for that in the I.S.U.P.K, man. And we're gonna give you the solution, and we've been giving you the solution. In every classes, we're gonna give you the solution, which is changing your life. You understand? Which is not seeking peace with the oppressor, man. You're not supposed to be like the Hamites trying to be a slave. So, like, yeah, let me. I'm not saying for anybody to go and bust a cap on no police officer. I'm not saying, I mean, to go hit the police officer.
Right.
I mean, across his head. I mean, trying to run. I mean, trying to play Rambo and everything. We're not saying that in the I.S.U.P.K, man. All we're saying is, you want justice, you want vengeance. Come and change your life, man. You understand? Change your life. You understand? Understand? Read that verse again, Baba Pasha.
So, as a roaring lion, so is a wicked, so is a wicked over the poor people.
You understand? Those native Indian are poor, man. Just like we've been saying, they can't even have clean water in the reservation, man. You understand? You don't see no skyscrapers in the reservation. You understand? Most of the reservation are like broken homes. I mean, the homes falling apart and everything, man. But look at how much oppression is there in the reservation. Look at how many sisters, I mean, Ghanaian sisters and Ghanaian brothers that have been killed by the police, man. You understand? This is what it's talking about, man. Look at how they mistreat these people, man. How they mistreat those tribes. You understand? Because the ruler over these people are wicked, man. You understand? And we got the solution for that, just like I say. Somebody bring me to Isaiah chapter 50, verse 14. As somebody else bring me to Psalm 91, verse 10. Understand? Make sure you like and share. Make sure it's like, and make sure you like and share the class everywhere. You understand? Every I.S.U.P.K for Canada, share them to everybody in Canada that you know. Every Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian that you know, share these classes with them. That will change their life. This is the truth. Know what I mean? For the oppression, man. Go ahead. Damn, Go ahead, Officer Zabaja.
Con, sir, you wanted Psalms 91 and 10?
Con.
Salakia, sir, one moment. Psalms 91 and 10. There shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling.
Understand? This is what we're showing you, Black, Hispanics, and Native Indian. We're showing you the way for no evil to come onto you, man. And those plague, that COVID-19, is meant for the oppressor, man. It's meant for the Hamite. It's meant for... Come on, go ahead. Come on, go ahead, go ahead. Go ahead, Officer Shah one.
Salakia, sir, I think he's lagging.
Come on. Oh, I mean, oppressor is the damn devil, man. You understand that? God damn. All right, so Officer Shah one. Once your internet has to wob, you could just say what you was gonna say.
Asking for.
Go ahead.
Your mic's on mute, Ak.
Go ahead, Officer Shah one. Right. So, Mr. Badges, have a question like?
Khan, sir. Salakia, sir, what was that?
And go ahead with that verse again, Baba question.
Khan, Adawan Khan. Psalms 91 and 10. There shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling.
Understand? This is what we're showing you, man. You understand? The Christian church is not showing you that. They're not telling you now, I mean, to do what the Most High says so you could be safe. But they tell you what? Do whatever you want. And this is why we're being oppressed, because we're doing whatever we want instead of doing what we need to, what we're supposed to. You understand? This is why we're being killed in the street. This is why we don't have no justice. This is why we're poor. This is why we're being oppressed. We're in the ghetto. We're in the reservation, man. Why? Because we refuse to follow the Most High. But if we follow the Most High, there's no evil that's going to touch us, man. You understand? Those things that you see are not going to be communities, man. You're going to see, now I mean, every Black, especially Native community, man, being free from the coronavirus, being free from these diseases, while the oppressor and the Amite and the Moabite and all these other heathen nations get destroyed by those plagues, man. And that's what we want. That's what we pray for in the I.S.U.P.K, man. Keep on going.
Come on, sir. Verse 11, for he shall give his angels charge over thee, to keep thee in all thy ways.
You understand? This is protection, man. You don't need the oppressor to protect you, man. All you need is the Most High. You understand? The Most High is your protection, man. But the thing is, do you want him to protect you? Do you want to be safe? Then get in class, man. Get in all black. Come and change your life. Come and be renewed, just like these brothers now, have went through.
Right.
Understand? Come and change your mentality, man. Come and wash yourself with these words, man. You understand? That's all you need. Come and change your life. You really want to be protected by God? Come and change your life. No other nation could touch us then. And all God was showing us back in the days. And that's what we refuse to do since back in the days. And this is why we went after oppression, slavery after slavery, until this last slavery. Maybe we'll learn. You understand? We want to learn in the I.S.U.P.K.
Right.
You understand? Also, what? Also,
yes, sir.
You're right. Shalom, brother. Go ahead. Go ahead, Officer Zabaja.
Come on, sir. It was so heavy what you were saying about like this is.
Yeah, but shalom.
Hey, shalom.
It was so heavy what you were saying about like this. Someone's playing. There's a lot of feedback. I think someone's playing the YouTube and they're watching the video at the same time. But Salakia, sir, I was gonna say that it was so heavy that you said that like this is how we get protection, and this verse is showing us how we get protection. And it's like just like there was an angel over the schools, over the first 7 schools that were set up when Christ was around, right? There's an angel over the I.S.U.P.K schools, right? That's why we don't be fall to the same crime that our brothers fall to in the streets.
I'm right. You understand? That's why we have the Kentucky 8, and them brothers are safe, man.
Right.
Understand?
Damn right.
Understand? This is why we went in Toronto, and we went in have camp in Toronto. You understand? With no fear. You see all that crowd come around us, and we didn't fear neither. You understand? So this is why, because there's an angel, man. You understand? Go ahead.
A great horde. So it was a great horde.
Exactly, you understand? This is why these things happen, man. Because we believe, and all we got to do is do what the Most High says, man. Understand? And the Most High will fight for us. Understand? Somebody bring me to Isaiah chapter 54, verse 14. Also, Proverbs 22, verse 16. Somebody else bring me to Psalms 72, verse 4. You understand? This is how you get protection, Officer Super Barakela. Understand? Super Yerad, Officer the Rush. Officer the Rush is there. Congratulations once again, Officer the Rush. Understand?
Hey, 2 out of 1.
Beautiful work. Beautiful work in the Matrix, man. You understand? What's I in Christ? You understand? But this is how you get protected, by following the Most High. You understand? Not by marching, not by complaining to the devils, going to the same devil that's oppressing you and begging for justice, begging for protection. You get protection from the Come and worship the Most High. Come and follow the Most High. Understand? Let's change our brother's life. Let's change Canada, man. Let's change Toronto. Let's change Montreal. Let's change Ontario, man. Vancouver, and so on. This is how you do it, by changing your life and by loving your brothers enough to showing them how to do it, man. You understand? Who has the precept?
Salakia, sir, what precepts were you asking for?
Isaiah chapter 54, verse 14. Proverbs 22, 15. Verse 4. And Psalm 34, verse 18. We're giving you the solution, man, to get protected, man, by the Most High. And we're seeing what the Bible says, which is something the Christian church will never to you.
Salakia, sir, what was the chapter and verse for Psalms? 34 and what did you say, 14?
Lagging for a second. I think it was Psalms 34 and 18.
18? Okay. Go ahead, sir.
Give it a second.
Salakia, the one I got Psalms 34 and 18.
Growing up into a man, so when that happens.
Khan. Let me get with you 1 second. Psalms 34 and 18. If you have that, you could read that right now while we wait for Officer Adiyar to get back in.
Kama, the one. Psalms 34 and 18 and 14, Salakia. Psalms 34 and 14. Depart from evil.
18.
Salakia. Psalms 34 and 18. The Lord is nigh unto them that are of a broken heart, and saveth such as be of a contrite spirit.
You understand? The Lord is close to you. So like, what does that mean to have a contrite spirit? You could say that. We could say that. What does that mean to have a contrite spirit?
It's like, I don't want, is it a Holy Spirit?
Let's look up. Go ahead. Chupa, you want to try?
God, so it means broken.
Broken. You understand? That's why you do when you repent. You have a broken spirit, so you go and repent. Therefore, you go and change your life. You understand? That's what happens. God is close to those people, man. You understand? God hates the proud. Somebody that doesn't do this is a proud person. You understand? Somebody with no conscience.
Right.
When you have a conscience, brother, you know when you did something wrong, what's gonna happen. Your spirit get broken, man. You understand? You feel bad for what you've done. And since you're feeling bad for what you've done, you're gonna want to change. You understand? And this is what the I.S.U.P.K is about. The I.S.U.P.K is about change. To you, brothers and sisters out there in the world, you want peace, you want safety from the Most High, all you got to do is change your life. You understand? This is the solution. We're giving you the solution for God to be protected, for you to be protected by God, and God to protect this nation, Black, especially Native Indian, man. You understand? We're showing you the blueprint for the Most High to send evil on these other nations for oppressing us, man. And that's your protector there. So praying for the Eden, to be safe is not protecting you. Once the Eden be safe, if the Edens are safe, you are being oppressed. So for you to be safe, the oppressors got to pay. You understand? So God is close to those with a contrite spirit, with a broken spirit, with a broken mind. You understand? All you got to do is change your life, man. You understand? That's all. You understand? Who has the next verse?
Salakia, sir.
I,
What's the other precept we're looking for?
Isaiah chapter 54, verse 14. Proverbs 22, verse 16. Psalm 72, verse
You were lagging, sir.
4.
Isaiah.
Make it long, man. I want to hear what happened to this good job you had. Now that you have a baby, you're unemployed, you owe your sister money. What happened to a great job? Well, it was me. I couldn't. What happened? Myself. What happened?
Salakia, sir. Isaiah 52 and 13.
No, I was kind of late. That was a big issue. Payments late. Yeah, I need defense to this. You press me now. Let me get you your money. $275 is your judgment. That's horrible, man. You get out of
Salakia, sir. You're on mute, Officer Zawadia.
You get a good job, and when you come to work on
Khan, I think that's what he wanted. Someone has something playing in the background. Salakia, if you can't get away from it, Baba Kasha, can you go on mute? Right. So we're gonna wait for Officer 500 to come back. I believe he wanted Proverbs 22 and 16. Right. So Khan, other one, Khan, Officer Adia. So someone bring me to Trooper Urad. Are you there?
So
Bring me to Proverbs 22 and 16, Baba Kasha.
Proverbs chapter 22 and verse 16. He that oppresseth the poor to increase his riches, and he that giveth to the rich shall surely come to want.
Khan, read that one more time. Let me catch up with you.
Proverbs chapter 22 and verse 16. He that oppresseth the poor to increase his riches, and he that giveth to the rich shall surely come to want.
Right. So our oppressors, they oppress us to increase the money in their pockets, right? Like how can you oppress poor people to get more money, right? It's the same as whoever's selling drugs to the Gadites, going up to the Gadite land to sell drugs. Like some of our brothers, they've gone through horrible things, and they think that selling drugs is going to get them the riches that they want, when our riches really come from heaven, right? So they go up and sell the Gadites drugs. They get those drugs from the oppressors. So at the end of the day, you're doing the oppressor's work, right? And you think that's going to get you the riches, right? He that oppresses the poor to increase his riches, right? Read that one more time, Ak.
He that oppresses the poor to increase his riches, and he that giveth to the rich shall
right.
surely come to want.
So they take that drug money and give it right back to the rich, right? On top of that, the politicians, they oppress the poor, and they take the money that they steal from the poor and give it right back to themselves, right? Surely those people are going to come to want. They're in want of a coronavirus right now. They're in want of a COVID-19 cure, right? They want the vaccine, right? They want to take off their mask and go back to the way life used to be, right? The people who oppress the Gadites, they're going to come to want. They're going to want to run from the wrath of the Lord, but they're not going to be able to, right? Those are the things they're gonna want. They want to be able to drive around in their Benz, right? But they're gonna now they want it. They're screaming because their life is coming to shambles, right? Once you oppress the poor to get rich and give that money back to the rich, you're gonna come to want, right? So with that said, we're gonna wrap up the scripture breakdown class for Saturday. Salakia, one moment. Right, Salakia, one moment. Okay, so I'm gonna hand the class back over to Officer 500 Adiyar.
Did you, Tawada Warrior? Did you break down the precept already?
Come on, sir.
Come on. So we're gonna end the class. So Tawada for everybody that was tuning in. Tawada for all the brothers and brothers in the class. That being said, one West on the Community General YAHANNA. This conclude this class. I'm Israel.
Clap it up.
So